to another episode of Grow, Not Float News Bites. I'm Evie Dross, owner and creative director of Evielutions Design. And today we're going to be talking about 4 podcasts you should listen to in 2020. But before we get started, I just had to show off my cute t-shirt that says Get Evolutionized. Isn't it cute? Okay, back to our regularly scheduled program. So as you know, it's that time of the year when we're all thinking about personal and professional goals. And I, for one, am always looking for new sources of advice and strategies to help me grow my own business, as well as help my clients grow theirs. So podcasts have become one of my go-to sources of information. They're free, which is always nice. And, I can listen to them on the go, and for a busy business owner, that is critical. Plus, you can find podcast topics on just about any subject matter. So the first podcast that I'm going to talk about today is Tech Made Simple. This podcast is by Michelle Guerra, who is a friend of mine here in Houston. And she specializes in helping businesses be more efficient with their technology. And her podcast is a mix of practical tips such as how to check your mailbox with your smartphone or when to power down your devices, to more in-depth interviews with industry experts. And as we all know, technology can be super overwhelming. And I love how Michelle simplifies tech, and she teaches me how to maximize my current technology for my business. The second podcast is the Gary V audio experience. I was going to pause for a minute because I love Gary, but this is hosted by entrepreneur, CEO, investor, vlogger, public speaker. I mean, he has 1,000 titles. Gary Vaynerchuk. And so he offers insight on marketing and business. And I just love him for his rawness and unfiltered advice. And, he speaks the truth. He's very genuine and humble. And he has discussion topics that include like why entrepreneurship isn't for everyone. And it's not. And mastering the ability to not judge yourself and others. And that is so important. I know for myself, I've struggled with not being judgmental of myself and just learning to be really comfortable in my own skin. That's tough for a lot of people. And so I love him. He's just so genuine. So the third podcast is The Gold Digger. This is a live workshop style business podcast, and it's hosted by Jenna Kutcher. And she talks about how to own and operate a successful business. And so with me being a branding strategist, I find inspiration in her brand and how comfortable she is in her own skin. And she's all about girl power, and I love that. But she also offers business, branding, and marketing advice that I use for my own business and when I work with clients. Some of her topics include simple ways to refresh a stale business, and are you making one of these 5 classic marketing mistakes? Great content. So my fourth and final favorite podcast is Earn Your Leisure. This is with Rashad Bilal and Troy Mellons, who interview experts in the sports, entertainment, and business industry. And I like this podcast because it not only gives me behind the scenes insight into how other business owners operate, but it also gives me ideas for creating multiple streams of income. Who doesn't want multiple streams of income? So, they touch upon everything from real estate, the music industry. They have great inspirational stories and financial advice. And I know throughout the year they also host events. I think they have one coming up in Atlanta called the EYL Experience Weekend Takeover. I think that's on January 26th. So definitely go check them out. So those are my 4 favorite podcasts, and I'm always on the lookout for resources to stay fresh in my business. So I would love to hear some of the podcasts that you're listening to. So feel free to share them down below in the comments, and make sure you subscribe. And I will see you guys next week for a new episode. Thanks.